Hello, Boys and Girls Club. It's Roger. Today I have an art project for you guys that's gonna be incorporating art supplies that we just have in our house. It's not gonna be too difficult, and it's gonna be really fun. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna be making a first responder nurse out of construction paper and a paper towel tube. And this is what mine looked like. I made it beforehand. Right, and you can see she has her face mask, her stethoscope, her little name badge, her little like hairnet that they gotta wear, right? Hair's in a ponytail. Anyway, so we're gonna make one of these ourselves. This is all the supplies that you're gonna need. We're gonna need a pair of scissors, a Sharpie or pencil, tape, glue, a toilet paper or a paper towel roll. This is a paper towel roll cut in half. Scraps of beige and brown paper, a scrap of white paper, and blue paper. I just want to say that you can make the colors of her scrubs or her hair, or make it a dude or a skin color, anything you want. Those are just the ones I had lying around. That would work the best for it. But feel free to choose what other colors you want for anything. All right, guys, so let's get started. So we're gonna take our paper towel tube, and you can use just this for your person's face. It doesn't matter, it's whatever you want them to look like. For me, I'm gonna use this piece of paper. I've already cut it out. You wanna make sure that when you put your paper around it, because we're gonna glue and tape it here, right? We wanna make sure that it overlaps like that. See how it overlaps it, right? And then we want to make sure that it doesn't, it's not too short. So mine goes just over, and that's perfect because then I'm going to cut it. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a piece of tape, right? And you can glue this too, but I think the tape's just a little easier to work with, right? We're going to take a piece of tape and we're going to tape it right there into I'm now gonna just glue that little bit on the inside. It's gonna help it stick just a little better. All right, just like that. Okay, and now we're gonna cut. We're gonna cut the part right here that's sticking out. So we're just gonna go around it. And this is there's gonna be a lot of little scraps, but we can use those later. So there's no need to throw them out or recycle them just yet. All right, and it doesn't have to be perfect because it's gonna get covered up by other paper. All right, get your little piece of tape. And perfect, now it's all right. So now we're gonna do the pants of the scrubs. And it's the exact same thing we did before, but we want it to be about 2/3 away around it, or down the tube. So you're gonna have a lot of paper left over probably, and that's okay, not a problem, right? And we're gonna do that. Go all the way around. And it's okay if you go a little bit up or a little bit down. Either way, it's okay, because the shirt is gonna go on top of it, right? I think it's gonna probably look a little better for most people if you line it up with the back that you glued and taped before. So line it up there again. And I'm just gonna put another small piece of tape. And this is why I said tape's easier, because the glue you have to let sit. With the tape, it can be there and you can keep working as you go. All right, so we should look like this. Now, this is a little too long, all right? It looks a little silly like that. So, this is where we're gonna cut it again, and we just wanna cut in a circle, right? So nice and easy. Give yourself a little bit of room in case you make a mistake, all right? That's always a good idea. Mistakes are fine, but we wanna be able to give ourselves the opportunity to correct them, all right? So see, just like that, I made a mistake. All right, look, that doesn't look perfect. So we're just gonna pinch it, cut down to where we want, and looks a lot better. One more try. Ooh. All right, as you can see up here, when I cut it, I just flipped it around. So now the part that I cut earlier is on the bottom, so it stays flat. All right, so what we're gonna do next is we're gonna take this, I cut this piece of paper in half, by the way. Anyway, so I took this piece of paper, and it's a little too big, if you notice that when we put it up to this, just a little too big. So I'm gonna fold it about a third of it off. And the best thing to do is just check it before you cut it, right? So I folded it, I put it there. I want still a little bit of the face left. So that's still a little long. So I'm gonna try folding it in half this time. All right. And that looks about right. Okay. So we're just gonna fold this and cut it. Now that we got our paper, we're gonna take it all the way around, see how long it needs to be. Perfect. We're gonna cut it then and make sure we don't, so we have just a little bit left extra, so if we need to, we can fix it. All right. Okay, and we're gonna just make sure it's perfect there. Cool. And now in the middle of your paper, we're gonna cut a little shirt hole in it, like that. So it's gonna look just like this. And that's where our little piece of white paper is gonna go. So we're just gonna cut a thin white strip. We're gonna glue it, just like that. I made a small mistake again. Because we taped it like, or glued it like that, there's gonna be a little bit of glue. So we're gonna wanna just glue the ends like that. And this doesn't have to be perfectly straight. It doesn't have to be perfect. We just want to make it look like they got a little undershirt on. That's all. That's all. Because most nurses do. That's all we're doing. All right, just like that. Perfect. See? And now we're gonna go and make sure that we can glue or tape it around. Just like that. All right. And we want to make sure that we're gluing these and taping these tightly, right? Because they can slide around, and that's okay because that gives us room to work with when we draw the face in and glue everything else, right? But in the end, we do want to make sure it's as tight as it can be, so there's less room for mistakes, right? Like I say, it's okay to make a mistake, but we just want to give ourselves the best opportunity to succeed, right? Perfect. Okay. All right, so right now I'm just giving it a little cut at the end, just like that. And see, that's what's nice about the tape, is we can move it around just a little bit before we give it a glue. All right, there we go. So now we're going to be on to the next step, which is drawing a face, right? So I think my nurse is going to be a dude, all right? You know, so we're going to give him some eyes and a smile, okay? Just like that. And you can add as much detail to the face as you like. I think that's really all I want to do right now. Then we're going to get a little piece of paper, a little white piece of paper, make it a rectangle, right? Just like this. And you can change the shape if you want, but you just want to make sure it's able to cover up the little smile you drew. And that's going to be their face mask, all right? It's important that we wear masks, especially right now. It's really important for nurses and doctors all the time. But right now, it's really important, all right? So we're just going to make sure that they're staying safe. So just like that on his face, we're going to put a little face mask. So we're going to get our glue the backs of it, and put the face mask over his face. Now for me, I'm going to add a little detail. I'm going to put couple little lines on the face mask, and then I'm gonna draw little strings to go behind it, right? Now he's got a face mask. We're gonna cut out a little name tag for him as well. And you guys can add whatever details you want to them. Remember, it's all you. I'm just giving you the template, right? So on this one, I'm going to write his name. And his name on his name tag here is Hero, because nurses and doctors are community heroes, and we want to make sure that we value them, right? Okay. I'm going to now draw a little stethoscope on him, and I actually just learned this today, what a stethoscope does. A stethoscope is essentially little earbuds that a doctor wears, and the metal thing that is attached to it allows them to hear the insides of our organs, mainly our heart, and that's how they know if our heart's healthy or not, which is really cool. Make sure they keep us safe. So this is where we're at right now, and now I'm just going to add some hair, and to do that, we're going to cut out 1 or 2 circles if you're going to do short hair. Just like that. Don't make them a perfect circle. I'm going to do about 3. So I added his hair. He's got a nice little floofy hair on the top, right? And there's one more thing we're going to do, and we're going to add arms. All right, so this is why we want to make sure that we keep our scraps nice and easy. Cut out 2 rectangles, line them up with each other, and we're going to just want to cut little rounded off rectangles. All right, just like that. Then we're going to take this piece of paper. It's the same paper I used for his face, and we're going to cut 2 longer rectangles, which are going to be his arms, and we just want to make sure that they're just a little bit smaller than these so it fits in the sleeve. All right, let's do it like that. And once again, make it however you want. Whatever you think it looks like, keep it that way. So we're going to glue it like that. This is a little arm. And then we're going to tape it to the side, or glue it to the side, whatever you want to do. Once again, I'm just going to tape it because I think the tape is a lot easier in the moment. Long term, I think the glue is going to hold up better. And if you put it up there like this, his arm's just a little long. So we're just going to round it off. And we're going to do the same on the other side. We got it both arms on the other side. It's up to you to whatever you want to do next. You can add a clipboard, make more of them. As you can see, so right here we got our 2 nurses. And it's just important that, especially right now, that we show our appreciation towards the people who are helping us the most in our community. So if you know someone who's a doctor or a nurse, or your parents are, just say thanks for them. Tell them how much you appreciate them. And as always, it's important that we clean up our mess, and anything that we did wrong, we learn from, and work towards doing better than